Hello, and welcome to Knits and Knits.
Knits and
Knits and
knits.
Knits, yay! Today you
Yay.
have two of us to start because life is lifing this month. But
Life be lifing hard.
it do. But theoretically, we're going to get some more folks joining us partway through. I'm going to take these glasses off because they're reflecting like crazy. But hello and welcome.
Hello, welcome.
We have much knitting. Well, I have much knitting. Do you have much knitting?
Okay. Look,
I think
you're
all of
lucky.
that.
You're lucky if I got two things, and I got two things to talk about, but I'm only knitting one thing.
Okay,
So
okay. Yeah, I heard something about stripes, Greg.
yeah,
Stripes.
stripes.
Tell
Oh,
me
oh,
about your
that's right.
stripes.
Yes. Oh my gosh, right. I forgot about that part of it,
Oh
because
no.
of course I'm working on socks.
Of course, yeah. It
Because
is
I've been.
Socktober.
That's exactly why I'm doing it, and also because I've been doing it since like
Well, you know.
November or December of last year. So my string theory colorwork socks
So
are
pretty.
so pretty. So this is the first one. I finished the second one a little while ago, and I got my little markers here. And
Hmm.
like I did most of this leg, from the heel today.
Nice.
Um, yeah, I had
Okay,
some
okay.
I had some dance mom time,
Ah,
uh,
nice.
which I did that. But let me get down here and get my my second sock. It's hard to keep track.
There's just so
Right.
many of them.
It's hard. Right. So here it is, and it's great. And so I love these colors again. Remember, I opened it right here on the
Yeah.
show, and it's my favorite one from the set that I got from String Theory Colorworks at the Carolina Fiber Fest and everything. And of course, you probably remember one of my pairs of socks was all sideways
Just a
because
little. It happens.
they're different heights even. One of them's 90
Yeah.
rounds tall and the other's 100 rounds tall, I think. I don't know. But it's okay. They feel fine when I wear them. I only know because I remember. I can't tell. I don't feel a difference. It
Okay,
doesn't
that's good.
feel weird on me. And that was the one where I was trying to match the stripe sequence up. And in doing so, uh, I like, well, like, so like if I'm looking at my completed sock to say, oh, where do I need to start my other one? And so I like, here's my sock. And so I picked it up like this. I said, oh, look, here's the toe. So
Oh,
I need to start with the screen here, where, of course, here is the toe. So I just start with that one. So I learned a lot on that one
uh-huh.
because, like, I mean, toes and heels look very similar.
They do. They do.
So it's an easy mistake to make. So I learned that, and I knit toe up. And so I'm learning, okay, well, I should pay attention
Uh-huh.
to what I'm doing. And then also pay attention to how tall to make them. So yeah, so of course that was my other one. So with this one, I started here and I picked this one up, and then I started my next one up, and so here's my toe,
Oh
and I did.
no.
It was like a little bit of the gray, and so I've got this greeny color here,
Uh-huh.
and then. And I kept knitting it. I was so proud of myself because I matched it up on the first sock and everything. Start getting it up, and I get up to the heel, and I ended just before or just before it switched to the gray, which is great because I like how it did it on my other one
Right.
because it was like the heel, it didn't split a stripe. And um so anyway, but I was like, okay, that's great. But I was like, I don't remember it being blue at the heel. And so I picked up my other one. I was like, oh wait, this heel, when I get to the heel, it
Oh.
was the pink, not the blue. I was like, well, did I get the toes right? Oh, no, I didn't.
Nope.
So I started with the pink one here, and then I'll bring it up a little higher so it's up higher on the Twitch stream. And so it's like the pink is, and then it's green. I was like, well, how did I mess that up? Because I was super careful. And then I was, oh, maybe, oh, look, here's green here.
Uh-huh.
And like the other side of the heel is pink. So my choices were only pink, which is correct. I had two correct places to look that it would have told me to start with the pink. And I found out the other side of the heel is green. And so it's like, oh, because like if I'm looking at this, I think maybe my progression should have been green, blue, then pink, but now my progression is green, pink, blue.
Oh
It's
goodness.
yeah, and it's slightly off, but that's just like
Yeah.
you wouldn't notice that at all. But it's
No,
like,
no.
yeah, okay, so but this
It's a
like
little difference. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine.
everything is fine. It's so weird. It's like the blues match up. Oh wait, no, I don't have a match up at
Yeah.
all. There
No.
you go. Yeah, it's like
They're
that.
just one step off.
Right. One in front of the other. It's like one is in motion in front. Look, I'm trying.
You
I'm
you
trying.
are
Yeah.
trying. Well,
Yeah,
on that
so
note,
so I
we're gonna pop for just a second. I'm switching layouts because Hollow is joining us, so I'm just gonna let him in, and then oh, transition to our three persons. Oh look, we're even in the right
Ooh.
spots. I just gotta move your face up, Greg, because there we go. We got everyone.
and I'll move around to make it hard.
Yay!
How's it going, Hollow?
You here? Uh oh, wait, we
You're
can't hear
here, but
you.
I can't hear. I can read lips though.
I'm not that good.
All right, cool. Yes?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yes, all right. Yeah, I bought a fancy new water flosser and
Ooh.
immediately had it
Ooh.
turned up too high and jabbed myself in the tongue.
Oh
So,
no!
Oh, ooh, ooh.
Ow! That sounds miserable.
I mean, it's fine. I'm fine. It just like it caught me off guard. I was like, oh, I'll just, floss a little bit, do my nighttime routine and just,
Oh, ow!
So sad.
That's why we don't get new toys.
Right, right.
sounds like exactly the reason to get new toys.
Well, yeah. She says
Yeah.
after loading up her Amazon cart. But I didn't buy any of it. I just put it all in the cart. Getting like
That's
the
good.
rush of shopping without the expense of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I just call that edging, but I mean, whatever.
Well, I do also have a birthday coming up, so I'm like, I probably shouldn't buy a bunch of stuff for myself yet. I
Right.
should wait. I did get yelled at for putting stuff in the cart because some of it was stuff that someone was going to get for me for my birthday. I'm like, okay.
Okay. You can still look at it in your cart,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's fun.
100% looking
Yeah.
at it.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, my socks, and yes. So yeah,
And now that you start again, guess what? We've got a Ren.
it's awesome.
I'm going to
I
let
love
Ren in.
Ren. Yeah, let's let Ren in.
And then we're going to have to maybe move stuff around.
Hey, oh, there's Ren. Oh, moving things around. Oh, that's so neat. It's
I
like half Ren, half
shift
Hollow on the
people
Twitch.
around and transition
Hi.
over and
Oh,
then switch names. It's
Hollow's
fine.
up
We'll get
there. Oh, look, Hollow is now E.
Oh, oh,
Here, we'll do this, and I'm just gonna drag some things around.
Oh,
Don't mind stuff moving
Hollow's
around.
up there. Whoa, look at that. This is so cool.
There we go. I got us all. And
Yay!
Yay!
I gotta pull Greg up again. There we go. Now we got everyone.
Yay!
Hey!
Yay! Welcome, Ren.
Hello!
Hi.
Woo!
Greg was
I have retrieved my car.
Excellent.
Yay!
We were just hearing about how Greg fucked up his socks again.
Oh, Greg.
It's okay. They're not going on my
Oh,
feet, so
that-
it doesn't matter.
Oh, that Greg.
Gregamus.
that's
Shaw. Yeah, that could be the new sitcom. Greg and his messed up socks. I'm gonna sock it to ya. So.
Oh my God. Why does that work so well?
Right? Oh.
Right. So yeah. So socks. That's what I am knitting,
Nice.
and I will continue to do that, and it's delightful. I love it. But what I am not knitting is because I finished binding it off today. Is my snowflake, my
It's so
snowshoe, my
pretty.
snowshoe cowl.
I
So
love that.
yeah,
That's
it's
exciting.
it's great. Yeah, I finished all the OMGs, which is what I'm calling rounds now because that's what it is in the pattern, and it's great. And if you are discerning, you can tell where I messed up the color dominance for about 4 rounds.
Oh, okay. I think I
yeah.
can see it.
Yeah, so it's right here.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fine.
Yeah.
And I don't care. And I haven't washed and blocked it
Well,
yet.
there you go. Once you
which-
block it, it'll block right out.
Magic it is. It will block right out. I've got a bag with a saying about that on it. I
I
don't
need to
see
get
it
a
though.
sticker because I got room right here where I could put one that says
Mhm.
that shit will block right out.
That's what my bag says.
Yeah.
So yeah. So anyway, that was tons of fun. I've got. I'll remind everyone the pattern is not written in English. It's in Norwegian.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
super
sorry.
impressed that you were able to make that work so well, and it looks so pretty.
Right. Well, it is not difficult because like the pattern itself, it's like if you can do color work, the chart is the chart. The words, okay, yeah, they're Norwegian, but basically it just boils down to do 8 OMGs of 2x2 ribbing, follow the chart, do 8 OMGs of 2x2 ribbing, and bind off.
There you go.
So yeah, but I did run it through like a Google Translate type app or something because in addition to the instructions in the pattern also contains some information about the museum that the pattern was purchased at and the history of snowshoes and skis in Norway. So
That's very cool. I like it.
yeah, that's me. That's what I've been working on, and I'm eating a pickle. So
Of course, you're eating a pickle. You pickle wizard, you.
It's
Right.
it's a pickle time of year.
It is. Well,
When
I mean,
when is it
it's
not a pickle time of year?
well, but particularly like this time of year when it's been so hot and sweaty and you need to replace those electrolytes, like pickles are great for that. I've been eating a lot of salt and vinegar chips for the same reason.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I just love salt and vinegar chips.
Ooh, have
Right.
you had the salt and vinegar goldfish?
No.
Wait,
They are the
what?
yeah. I discovered them about a year ago. They're salt and vinegar goldfish. They're like They're like the goldfish, but they're not cheesy. They're just salt and vinegar covered, and they're the best things ever. I
am going to find these. These are going to be my new camp snack when I go SCA camping.
Yeah, they are my work snack. I take a little Rubbermaid screw top container of them. I fill it up every day, and it goes to work with me. And I eat goldfish, salt and vinegar goldfish at work when I'm cranky.
Snack.
I'm afraid that bag would never make it to work.
I mean, that is reasonable. I buy them like 3 or 4 bags at a time. So
Right.
I go
When
through
you're
them.
cranky,
that's why
so all of the time when you're at work?
Yes. Yes.
And that's why you portion them out to take to work instead of just like taking the bag. Because
Yes.
otherwise, any bag is a single serving bag.
That is so true. So very true.
It's very true. It's one of the reasons why I actually keep the big bowl of Jelly Belly flops covered. Partially so that the humidity doesn't get them all to stick together, but also partially so that I just don't like absentmindedly grab a few every time I pass through the kitchen.
Yep.
See, look, I have what could be a single serving bag of Jelly Bellies.
Yep. It happens.
Correct.
That's the thing with
It's a
with
2-pound bag.
Yep, it happens remarkably fast.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, who else wants to talk about stuff? Or do I just need to tell you all about Socktober?
I mean, I have been working mostly on. I bought this new zine, this sewing zine, so I've been trying to work on making clothing.
Ooh. Fun.
You're such a hipster buying zines.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I bought this sewing zine, and I'm like, all right, I can make a clothing. Foolish.
I mean, it's a little bit challenging once you get beyond the very basics. And sleeves, putting sleeves in is such a bitch.
I've never tried that.
I made a sweatshirt in sewing class in grade 8. And
Wait,
that's,
so it's with knit fabric instead of woven fabric
Yeah.
on top of. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
it was
Special.
fun. And it turns out that I hate putting sleeves into anything, whether it's sewn or knit. That's why I knit raglan sweaters, so that the sleeves are already there.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
I put this together, and it's super uneven.
But you put it together. Like your first of anything is going to be uneven.
It is super uneven. I'm like, I can feel it. I'm like, yep.
Like what you're wearing right now?
Yeah.
It looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that was homemade.
Yeah, I'm just I'm trying. It just feels uneven. Like I can feel like it's the underarm carriage, like that stuff under there. I'm like, I did something wrong.
I guess you'll just have to make another one.
Well,
So-
and sometimes it's just a matter of the pattern doesn't fit your body right, because goodness gracious, I have to alter the crap out of stuff.
Well, I found this website called freesewing.org,
Okay.
and like what you do is they have a bunch of patterns, but you have to put your measurements in first. And then like it'll basically print you a pattern. It'll print you a pattern based on your measurements with the skeleton of the pattern from the site.
Mhm.
But yeah, something's out of whack somewhere. So
But that's the fun thing about doing it yourself, is it's a little bit easier to take apart and figure out and tweak. And honestly, it's way faster to take out sewing than to take out knitting and redo it.
oh yeah.
She says, having torn out.
Especially the redoing part. Like
Mhm.
you could tear out an entire seam and have it sewn back up in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also wishing I knew like a tailor
Mm.
right now, like to because I'm going to Vegas for a vampire thing,
Ooh.
and all the women who were with me, like at the Chicago vampire thing, are like, we're gonna be stepping out in Vegas, and I'm like, oh god, now I need to go get an outfit, which is like. I love shopping, but also shopping for my voluptuous body is not always successful.
Yeah, bodies are dumb sometimes.
No, it's the clothing that's dumb. The bodies
Clothing,
are fine.
Yeah, no,
clothing is.
Yeah,
the
that's
bodies
that's true.
are the bodies are made to be what they need to be.
Yeah.
Fast fashion has decided that we don't get to have clothes that actually feel good on our bodies unless you are a very specific body type.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ, I just like it's like look, I was born with this basketball player's body, and I don't make a basketball player's salary, so um,
Yeah.
fun times.
The true struggle.
Why must I be so voluptuous?
It's a burden you carry well.
God knew there had to be enough of you to go around.
You gotta have something to tempt all those ladies.
All those old ladies giving away their daughters.
Oh goodness.
Well, I just, I mean, you can just live, and live in North Carolina. I don't think that's an option.
Speaking of North Carolina, you may notice that we've got a different banner down at the bottom of the page today. We're gonna talk about our friends over at Pearl's Yarn Emporium. You may recall that we talked about them after we all had our little trip to SAF last year, where we met the lovely folks there. They're just fantastic people, and they are based in Asheville that got hit real hard by Helene. And I've been keeping up. I'm on their newsletter list, and they are okay. They're doing okay. And they actually have opened up their shop to be sort of a community space. They're letting people gather there. They've got power so people can go and charge up all their stuff. And they are still sending out packages. They are trying to keep themselves running by sending out, still taking orders online. So if you are feeling like you need some new yarn, our friends over at Pearl's Yarn Emporium are open, and they are fantastic, and we would love to support them and by extension the knitting community in Asheville. So we've got their website down there, pearlsyarnemporium.com, and yeah, they're fantastic. They gave us a couple of prizes that we've given away. One of them I still have to mail out. Sorry, it's been a time.
Life be lifing.
Life be lifing.
I understand. I did not mail out the dice that were the prize for the 100 follower giveaway until I was almost at 200 followers.
Yeah.
It be like.
I do have them packaged up, but I have not been able to get to a post office during post office hours. So,
Yep.
But I promise, winner, I will send it as soon as I can. But yeah, Pearls was great. They gave us some prizes to give away. And at least two of us have got the pattern for the fantastic yarn crawl dungeon scarf. I'm still working on that.
I haven't started it yet, but I have the yarn for it. I'll find the yarn at some point and show it. It's going to have, here's part of it. It's going to have this glittery stuff.
Ooh, I like glitter.
Ooh. It's
Yeah.
so shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other part was a solid part, but I don't see it over here. Anyway, yes, and so I will also pile on a little bit with, like you mentioned, Danny, Pearls is open for mail order, and especially if you were planning on going to SAF this year, which has been canceled because they're using the space for like volunteer housing and food distribution, supply distribution. It's like turned into a command center, basically, that the Ag Center has. So, yeah, so last week they officially put the word out that SAF is canceled. So all of the vendors, for a lot of vendors, this is, a big show. and they're not going to be able to go, so they're going to be missing revenue from that. So you can go to the SAF website to find info about the vendors and support them as well. But Pearls is one of the vendors. I mean, it's a local show for them because Fletcher, where the SAF is just a hop, skip, and a jump down the road from Asheville. They always had it, but they always had a nice booth there. So yeah.
Yeah, weather, not cool.
Yeah, extreme weather, even less
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've got a coworker in Florida now, so I've been
Oh
trying to
gosh.
keep up with Milton as well, just as we're still. Of course, the devastation in Western North Carolina is going to be years to unpack,
Yeah.
and the news cycle is already getting tired of it because Milton is here now instead. So
Yeah.
it was getting some good coverage and information about what's out there, but that's
Sort of slowed down.
slowing down. Moving on. It's not new and exciting anymore. There's something shinier to rile people up about.
Welcome to the 24-hour news cycle.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I have a pile of stuff sitting beside me because it is now October. But
Socktober?
Socktober. And Socktober is the time of year that I give myself permission to cast down all the socks I want and not care. The only restriction I have is that I cannot buy new needles. So when I run out of needles, I can't cast on anymore. However, I've got enough US 1s and 0s and 2s that I could probably cast on a pair every day and be okay.
Okay.
Which maybe is too many needles, but whatever.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not. Live your best life, Danny.
So, I did actually finish a pair, but I don't have them because I've already put them away. I finished the last set of the last set I was working on of my Star Wars sock saga, the Dark Warrior socks. So I finished those, cast them off, bound them off. I washed them, blocked them, took pictures, put them on my Instagram, gave my husband his pair, and put my pair away safely. And I've cast on the next ones. So these ones are Princess Leia.
I thought they might be, looking at the color.
Yeah. And so this is yarn that is old enough that it actually has Star Wars on the tag. She doesn't do that anymore because, the mouse, and that's, you don't want
the mouse is a litigious little fucker.
Yes. But I have cast on the toes for the Princess Leia socks for my husband. So those are being worked on, and they are, once again, living in my Grogu Baby Yoda bag. Because that's what the Star Wars Sock Saga socks live in.
Mm-hmm.
But one of my favorite designers has also been releasing Star Wars themed sock pattern this month. I am a big fan of Lisa K. Ross, also known as Paper Daisy Creations, and she is doing some Star Wars themed socks. So I have cast those on. She's got a set of 4, and before October started, they were on sale as a package, as a set, and I bought the set, and they're being released one a week. So I have cast on the first pair, and it's really hard to tell, but they've got little sort of elongated cable-type crosses that are supposed to look like little lightsabers.
Oh, okay.
This is her lightsaber cable pattern. And these socks are called Rebel Hero. So they've got a contrasting heel toe, and there's going to be a patterned band at the cuff. So I've started those, and the black is a Serenity sock weight from Premier Yarns, and I have no idea what the gray is. It was in my stash without a label. But there's enough to make a pair of socks, so that's what we're doing.
Mystery socks.
Mystery socks. So that I cast on October 1st. And then yesterday, I cast on the second pair, and these ones are cuff down socks, which is not my usual MO, but that's okay. We're going with it. Mm-hmm. And this pattern is called Force Awakened. And this is yarn that my mom picked out from my stash. It is a Kickapoo sock from Kate Wright Designs in the color Blue Sky. And this is kind of deep stash. Like, I want to say 10 or more years old.
Oh, wow.
I'm trying to work through stuff that I have, at least a little bit.
Blasphemy. Heresy.
Sure.
Will never happen.
I mean, yarn acquisition and knitting are two entirely different hobbies.
They are.
It's true.
They are.
Mostly because yarn acquisition can also be used for other things.
Right.
That
So it's not strictly
is true.
limited to knitting.
Right.
And
Well, Danny's mom, thank you for helping Danny pick out those deep stash.
yeah, I was excited to be able to cast those on. And then, just for the heck of it, I picked up another set that I'd been working on. Another set of designs by Lisa K. Ross. They are her Socks of Narnia patterns. I've knit 2 of them already, and I actually have them here. And I'll show them because I've got them in the bag. So, I don't remember which one is which. One of them is Turkish Delight, and the other is Stone Table. I think this is Turkish Delight, and this is Stone Table.
I think you're right. Based on like the one in your left hand, the lighter color. Yes. I was like, wait, I'm looking at a reflection of a reflection.
So these ones, I think these are Turkish Delight.
Well, it has a very like quote unquote Turkish feel to it. It kind of looks like packaging for candy.
And then
Just taste them and see which one tastes nasty, and that's the Turkish Delight.
Bite your tongue, sir.
No, he is absolutely correct. You know what?
Cowards. Y'all cowards.
I would much rather
not...
eat a Stone Table than Turkish Delight.
I love Turkish Delight. I have tried multiple varieties now, and it is my jam.
I am absolutely brave for putting Turkish Delight in my mouth and then swallowing. I swallowed, so
Good job. Good job.
That's what you know, fans. I'm a swallower, and I put that Turkish Delight in. I put that pale gob in my mouth. And,
Yep.
And
Go on.
And move my mouth around and swish to the bit, and then swallow.
That is all essential steps there.
And then I said,
Yeah, I'm familiar with that sound.
Yep. And
Not
I was
from Turkish Delight though.
And then I went, why did anyone sell out their family for this? This is bullshit.
Because they were in the middle of World War II and hadn't had sugar in 3 years.
You know what?
Valid.
Fuck it, I'll eat a rock.
Give me a Stone Table any day.
Give me a rock.
Yeah. So these ones I think are
Those
called
ones are
Stone
beautiful.
Table. And my plan with this set is it's a set of 4. That's what she tends to design. And I grabbed 3 yarns that were, again, stash. The light color is an Ancient Arts yarns in Himalayan. And these ones, the yarns are all based on cats. So this is the Himalayan. And then
Himalayan, Himasitten.
the other 2 are from Two Guys Yarn Company. And so this sort of medium brown is Beats the Rabbit.
Well, that's a new euphemism.
And then the darker color is Dip Me in Chocolate. And I'm using Dip Me in Chocolate to do the next one, which is another cuff down, which is not my thing, but hey, we're doing it anyway. And these are sort of a lacy patterning.
Ooh.
And these ones are Deep Magic.
Yeah.
So
do not cite the deep magic to me, witch. Wagic. The deep wagic.
So yeah, this
Deep
is
Wagic.
gonna be
I love it.
that set. I'm about halfway down the legs. And then the 4th one is called Return of the Lion. So hopefully I'll be working on that by the time we do our next episode in 2 weeks' time, because
I'm sure you will be.
I'll have the next Star Wars socks too. It'll be fun.
I'm actually wearing Two Guys yarn right now.
Nice.
The socks that I'm currently wearing. I'll see if I can put them on camera.
Nope,
There they
not the
are.
live stream,
Nice.
Gregory.
Oh, Patreon only. Sorry. Yes. No, those are in their no pants colorway.
Of course.
No
So, of
pants, no
course,
feet.
right. So of course I got that one. I thought
Obviously.
I bought them at SAF a few years back, and
Nice.
I was talking with the dyer, and he said he had dyed the yarn, and I was attracted to it because of the tweed,
Mm-hmm.
the tweed flex in it, and he said that he had dyed them up, and it came out as very close to his skin tone, and he was wearing shorts at the time, and he looked down, and he had hairy legs, and the tweedy bits looked like hairy legs, and he was like,
No
"No
pants.
pants."
That works.
I said,
Hashtag
"Well,
pants are tyranny.
and he was like, "Yes, pants are overrated. I know that this is the sock of my people."
There you go.
So
Love it.
thank you for allowing me to go on that pantsless tangent.
Of course, it's important
There-
to.
There are no tangents on this stream. This stream is all tangent.
Yes.
So nothing is too tangenty for this.
Say, especially our Knits and Knits episodes, we are all tangent all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we just heard a diatribe about swallowing Turkish delight. So
Yep.
It was an experience. Yep.
That's how we roll. But yeah, I've got 4 pairs of socks on the needles. I've got another pair upstairs. My bedside socks.
Oh, your upstairs
My
socks.
upstairs
your
socks.
bedside socks. That's
Yes.
even better.
Yes, so the bedside socks are ones for my nieces. Although it's turning out that I may not be able to use the same pattern anymore because their feet are bigger than mine now. So I'm going to have to make the socks bigger going forward.
What size shoe do you wear?
I wear a kid size 3. And yeah, the middle one is now wearing a lady's 6-ish. So she has outpaced my feet, but the youngest, I can probably still do the smaller size. So I'll finish up the pair that I've got now, and those will be a Christmas present for her. And I'll just start making them bigger for the older 2.
Mhm.
I love that I don't think you realize that you made a pun there.
I don't think
Her feet size have outpaced you.
Oh, yes.
Wow, I didn't catch that. Well caught,
I
Ran.
like it. I appreciate you catching my puns.
I do love like the deep wordplay. That's fun.
I find that I tend to do it without noticing, and until like, especially when I'm writing, I'll go back and read something. I'm like, oh, I was clever there. I was very clever. I'm impressed.
You're subliminally clever.
Yes. So what are you working on, Ren?
Well, mark this in my pattern quickly so I don't lose track. I'm working on this. Still working on the thing. But
I love it.
check this out. Give me a sec. It is almost the right size.
Oh, yay! We like that.
Because it is a hand fasting scarf. So it needs to be a little bit longer to not fall
Right.
while when I do the wraparounds. But yeah,
Yay!
I'm gonna be trying to get at least 2 to 3 variations or repeats of the pattern every day. Hopefully more, because working on some editing stuff, and that's editing stuff that I can knit while listening.
Oh, good. Yay.
Yeah, because there's the editing stuff that I need my hands for, and then
Right.
there's the stuff that I just have to listen through and make sure that it's not totally fucked up.
Yeah. I like that's what I get to do for the Storytime with Silas stuff. I don't have to do the editing part. I do like the proofreading, listening. Is there a word for
proofing.
the
It's
just
proofing.
Just proofing? Okay. And we've got another episode coming out tomorrow, so keep your ears open for that. Oh, Ren's gonna know this one. It's your episode.
Oh, this one.
Yes.
This one's fucked up. I mean, they all are, but this one is
Yeah.
particularly, yeah.
We've got a lot of fucked up stuff this year. Like,
I mean, we have been trying to, like, outdo ourselves on the fucked up side of things.
We have. I very much enjoyed Alondra's story. That was last week's.
Oh, I need to listen. I have been just...
I'm behind also.
Well, I mean, it's only one that's come out so far. And
Well, I still haven't listened to it.
We're still behind. It doesn't
I'm
matter
still
how many are
behind.
out. We're still
it'll
behind.
be easy to catch up.
Valid. Yeah, I've been trying to get ahead on some redacted report stuff while we work on getting some writing stuff and getting things scheduled and ready to go. And I've got a solid backlog now.
Good, yay.
Not enough for my brain, but still
Yeah.
solid.
Yeah.
Honestly, like my brain would be happiest if we could have the whole thing edited and ready to go by the time we start dropping. That's not going to happen, but my brain would love that.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll get there. Maybe. You'll get to a place where you're happy. Or at least satisfied.
I'll never be satisfied. Ooh, I'm gonna get to go see that.
Lucky.
Great show.
It
was a great show.
I've gotten to see the Disney Plus recorded version, which I really enjoyed. Although watching that, I was like, Lin-Manuel Miranda, honey, you are a tremendous writer and a wonderful performer. You are not a singer.
So true.
Like you're the way that your brain works is incredible to me, but you surrounded yourself with truly incredible singers, and it really underlined the fact that you're not a singer.
One of my favorite categories on TikTok is people singing a song as if they were Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Oh, I have not run across that.
That's a highly specific category. I dig it.
I mean, TikTok is full of those highly specific niches.
Like, people was like, oh, let's sing this. Like, somebody did Pink Pony Club.
Oh, that would be interesting.
What's the hashtag that lives under?
Do you
remember?
I don't, but I can probably find it real quick.
Yeah, if you're able to find that, drop it in the Discord. I'm super curious. Because, like, I truly, really do admire what Lin-Manuel Miranda does. And him not being much of a singer is not a diss, because, I mean, he's been on fucking Broadway. That's more than I can say.
Sure.
Yeah.
And he does everything else. Like, there was one time that I heard about where someone was recording from, like, the third row of Hamilton, and he was able to, like, come up with a line, insert it into the song, and yell it at her, basically in key. Nice. and like on tempo. And I'm just like, the way that your brain works makes me think of Brennan Lee Mulligan, and that is honestly, I would give everything to get those two brains together and see what exploded.
Yeah, there's some really impressive minds out there. I try not to dwell on them, because then I start feeling less, and I don't want to, but
I'm just going to point out that the stuff that you write is still stuff that I go back to periodically when I need a nice little brain boost.
Aw. Yay.
You write cool stuff, you make cool stuff, you do cool things.
Well, thank you.
You are not any less just because you're not on Broadway.
And I have to remind myself of that, but sometimes it helps to not dwell on how awesome other people are.
That's valid.
I can appreciate them, but if I think about it too hard, then I get sad. So
yeah,
because brains are dumb.
Because brain weasels are noisy little fuckers.
Yeah, they are.
I keep threatening to catch them and like skin them and turn it into a brain weasel rug.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
You know.
Yeah.
Just because I think that's entertaining. Look, when I get into a brain spiral, it's hard to break out of it, so I find ways to make myself laugh.
Yep, that's what you gotta do. I distract myself with other projects. Many socks. Although, I did design some book risers for my shelves.
Ooh.
And my husband and I have been 3D printing them.
Fun!
So, because I've got, like, the standard sort of... They're not IKEA bookshelves, I think they're like Walmart bookshelves, but they're like 12 inches deep. And I've got the little paperbacks. And when you put just one set on the shelf, you've got so much extra space, and it's just a waste. And you have to buy it, and there's so much space above them. And so I've printed these 3D printed shelves. I do 4 across, because that way I can print them on our printer, because our printer is not the width of a bookshelf. So I do 4 across, and they're 4 inches deep and 4 inches tall, I think. It's enough that I can set that a second row of books behind them, and I can see the titles.
I love that.
So I can see my books, and they're not hiding anymore. And so, yeah, I'm in the process of redoing my bookshelves so that I can see everything nicely. And I've got a whole bag of books that I'm going to take to the used book sale at the library, because I've realized that some of them I'm never going to read, and some of them I'm never going to reread. But gosh, it was several years ago that someone at work just dropped off a bunch of books, and no one was reading them. No one was going to do anything, and someone was just about to throw them all out. I'm like, you cannot throw books in the garbage. I will take them. So I rescued them. And they've been sitting on my bookshelf, and they're not... I'm not a big reader of mysteries. It's not my genre. And they've been sitting there for years, so I'm going to donate them so that someone else can love them.
I have a bookshelf question for you, Danny.
Yes.
Because that's what we are. We're the Knits and Bookshelves podcast.
That's the way it goes.
Right. Or Twitch stream, rather. Are your bookshelves organized? And if so, how?
Ish. They are organized in a way that makes sense to my brain.
Right.
So the set on the far left is all of my... Is it trade paperbacks, the larger ones?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's all the trade paperbacks. It tends to be a lot of chick lit and romance. And I have those alphabetical by author. And within the author, I've got them... if it's a series, they're chronological in series. And if it's not a series, then alphabetical by author. Like by title within the author.
Right.
The second set of shelves. So that's the front set of books. The back set on the risers right now are all of my Harlequin series. So the first one has the Harlequin Presents, like 5 shelves worth, and then the Harlequin Special Editions, the Harlequin Super Romances. I've got the Harlequin Medical Romance, but those are like the back row books because they're all really pretty as a back row. The second set of shelves is all my sci-fi and fantasy. And those are arranged by author and then by series. And then the third set of shelves, the top shelf is going to be all my graphic novels because I'm getting more of those now. So I've got like all of the Lore Olympus and the Adventure Zone and a couple of other various and sundry. I've got a whole bunch of what was the Nicolas Cage movie?
You're gonna have to be more specific.
Face Off.
The Willy Wonderland.
Willy's Wonderland. Yes.
Yeah.
I've got a bunch of the Willy's Wonderland comics.
I've been playing Five Nights at Freddy's the last couple of weeks, so it's been on my mind because I would need to watch the FNAF movie.
Yeah. So I've got all of those on one shelf, and then the rest are my hardcovers.
There is a series of graphic novels that I think that you would really like.
Okay.
I'd be super interested to see they're called The Wicked and the Divine.
Oh, yes! I started reading those, and then I started reading them on Comixology, and then Comixology shut down.
Yeah.
But yes, those were... Yeah. I read, like, the first one, I was like, I want to read more, and then I didn't. But
there's a comic shop that used to be next to Half Price Books where I had a pull list, and Juliet, who was one of the clerks, there was a sign behind the counter that was specifically days since Juliet has mentioned Wictive. Nice. It was her series. That was the one that she pushed.
Okay.
And yeah, stunning series.
Yeah, I should put that on the list of things to get back into.
Also Rat Queens.
Yes, that one was so good. I read that one. And again, I read that digital, so I don't have a physical copy, but that would be a good one to have digital or physical. So.
And you like mythology and that sort of thing.
Yes.
My friend Danny wrote one called The Unfinished Corner.
Ooh, okay.
So, another Danny. And it's about Jewish... It's a a take on a Jewish myth that basically that when God created the universe, he left a corner unfinished. And now it is the end of days, and these 4 Jewish children have been retrieved to go finish the unfinished corner.
Oh, that sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Danny, I do have a special guest for a commentary on your bookshelf organization. Herder approves.
Yes. Herder approves. That's what matters.
Gorgeous. Oh my God, we've been spending the last week doing just so much bookshelf stuff here. Ellis had several hundred mass market sized mystery paperbacks. They are currently being carefully, slowly, like 2 boxes at a time, taken to half price books, because otherwise I'll just throw them all in recycling because there's just too many.
Yeah.
There's so many. So I'm carefully rationing those out, but that means that I have room for my books. All of the unproofed or advanced reader copies that I picked up when I was at Barnes & Noble, all the strip copies that I picked up, they have homes.
That's awesome.
Or they will have homes. I'm still working on getting them from my storage unit where they've been for years.
Yeah. It makes me so happy to have these books finally getting organized a little bit. And I haven't done it for the sci-fi fantasy stuff because most of those are books that I've had for a very long time and have read most of them multiple times already. But the trade paperbacks are sort of more modern, more current, more recent books that I pick up because they sound really good, and then I don't always have the time to read them when I think about it. And then I see more that I like and I get them. And so what I've done is, for the trade paperbacks, I've gone through, and the ones that I have read, I turn them around so their spines are facing backwards. So the spines are out on the ones that I still are on my TBR list. So I don't have stacks of TBRs. I can just look and see, oh, there's something colored. That's one that I need to read. So
It's nice to have a little buffer cushion there, because you never know when you're ready to read something what you're going to be in the mood for.
Exactly.
And so I love your organizational scheme. Greg also approves, not only Herder, but also Greg.
So yeah, I'm having fun going through all my books and remembering the ones that I love so much, and I'm tempted to pick up the Orion series again and reread that one for the 30th time, and it means that I'm not going to read some of those new ones that are sitting there waiting for me, but
that are just
you're not going to read them right now. You'll read them
I'm not
eventually.
going to read them right now. I will.
You will eventually come around to them.
Yeah.
Or you won't, and that's fine too.
Yeah, I have I've reached my Goodreads goal for the year already. So
what's your goal?
Already? There's only 2 months left.
Well, the goal was 100.
Nice.
So
nice.
With the way that you read, I'm not at all surprised.
And, you know, Goodreads doesn't count things like AO3 stories. So
How very short-sighted of them.
I know, right?
You know, an AO3 Goodreads. That'd be great.
Yes. No.
Yeah, I'm not putting what I read on AO3.
Yeah, I don't think there are people who want to call themselves out like that. So.
Yeah, it's
Look,
Yeah, no.
I'm a little chaos monkey. I just like for example, I knew Ren enjoyed Turkish Delight when I threw that hand grenade.
I did.
Look, Turkish Delight belongs the
Look,
same
I brought
place.
it back.
Good job.
It belongs the same place that candy corn does, in hell.
Oh,
candy
I also
Yes.
like candy corn, so
yes. Too bad Deebs isn't here too, because Deebs would defend candy corn.
to the death.
Defended
death.
from, defended
Look,
from
look.
what? Being bad?
Here's my take on it. That just means there's more candy corn and Turkish Delight for me because you don't like it, so I get to enjoy it. Also, jelly beans are basically Turkish Delight with a hard outer shell.
You know what? No, I
Like
find
that is what jelly beans evolved from, was Turkish Delight.
Sure, but the inside texture of jelly bean is so decidedly different than Turkish Delight that, like, you know, it's just like it's like two different worlds. Like,
I think that's just because you're not biting through the hard outer shell, because like if you suck the outer shell off, And yes, I just heard that come out of my mouth, and I
Look,
don't
you know,
care.
you know how many jelly beans I've sucked off in my lifetime? All right, like, don't like, look.
But if you do that, it
Look,
has
I'm
the
going to do
same
it right now.
texture. It has the same texture as Turkish delight. You're just not biting through the outer shell.
No, I have sucked off plenty of jelly beans. I have put them in my mouth, open and waiting. Okay, so it's Turkish delight is just like an alien from another fucking world that belongs in the trash. If ET said help me and he was Turkish delight, I'd shoot him.
Okay. Awesome.
I went to a laurelling ceremony in the SCA, and her whole thing is Turkish. So I got to try a whole bunch of different Turkish delight flavors, and I was delighted.
Turkey is great, except
Good
that
night.
delight. It's a lie. Straight up a lie.
Aw.
Also, circus peanuts. You like those too, Ren?
I love those.
Actually,
Oh,
it's been a really long.
sweet
It's been a really long time. I should try those again.
I
You know
think
what?
they're great.
Our group is so crazy. It's like someone in our group likes
Everything.
the nasty stuff. Like whatever someone thinks is nasty, someone else in the group likes it. So
Necco
we could all get
wafers.
together. Oh, that is me. I'm the Necco guy.
Someone,
We can
Danny,
all get together and have all the nasty food, and we'd be able to
It's-
divvy it out, and
everyone's
no
gonna love
nasty food would
something.
be wasted.
Exactly.
Danny's mom's blushing.
Yes. Win.
Oh, that's fine. It's fine.
We have won the live stream today.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
gosh.
what? I mean, you know what? It's controversial in my in my home circle is I hate mint chocolate.
What?
Like in my friends circle, they're like, "What's wrong with you?" And the problem is that in my mouth, the effervescence of mint permeating the chocolate is gross to me.
Well, now are you only eating American mint chocolate? Because that is a different creature entirely.
I've had a lot of mint chocolate. I've had some overseas. It's just that I don't seem to like the combo. It doesn't sit
Okay.
well with me.
That's
I
valid.
still love you, Hollow.
My
I still
friend
love
Dane
you.
is the same way, and I'm just like, okay, I
More
get
for me.
more of the mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Yeah, and
and
I don't like
thin mints and
I don't like cream soda either. So my friends have started drinking mint chocolate cream sodas. Like
So they
just
don't
like
have to share.
just like bastard food, like. Oh, it's so bad, but yeah. You know what I do like though? It's this really obscure candy. They're called satellite wafers, and what they are is just imagine eating thin pieces of styrofoam packed with sour powder.
I'd try
I would
it.
do that. I would 100% do that.
Considering this. I'm actually not a big fan of sour things.
I love sour. It's best.
I associate Sour Patch Kids and Swedish Fish with my EMT class, because that, like, people would buy these massive bags of both, and they would sit in the middle of the table while we were going over various EMT things.
See, I'm a big fan of Swedish berries, which I can't get here.
That doesn't
But
surprise me.
my
I
parents
might
bring
have a
them.
website. I might have a website for you.
Well, my parents are visiting, and they brought me several bags so that I'm stocked up for a little while. But they remind me of
Thank you, thank you,
school.
Danny's mom, for keeping her equipped.
And
Yes.
Melonhead.
You know what I really like? I like Jaffa cakes, and I have the hardest time finding them.
Oh.
Oh, they're so
I've never
good.
had one, and I really want one.
I make this clementine cake that's kind of like based on a Jaffa cake. So it's made out of whole clementines. Like you boil them for a couple hours, and then you blitz them in a food processor.
Oh, wow.
And you put them into roughly 3 cups of almond flour, 6 eggs, some sugar, and you bake it, and it comes out this gloriously citrusy cake. And it kind of like the flavor matures and gets better. More the more days it goes.
Right.
But what I've done with mine is I coat the top in orange marmalade, and then I cover it in chocolate ganache.
Ooh.
That sounds amazing.
That's not a nasty food.
It's like my Jaffa cake, my Jaffa clementine cake that I like. I take with me to places.
I'm looking at the chat and I love how took us off mute for a little bit, just in time to hear some of us like the nasty stuff.
Oh gosh, it'll be fine.
It's
We're
fine.
good. We're cool.
It's fine. Well, the
Everything's fine.
stream can't see it, but I've got. Well, I'll pull it down so the stream can see it.
Mhm.
I'm fine. It's fine. Everything is fine.
Seeing you with that, I kind of want to take my cross stitch to work. My snarky cross stitch that says, "I'd agree with you, but then we'd both be wrong."
I have said that to somebody.
I had. Apparently I'm still salty about yesterday. Okay.
Ooh,
All right, spill
Take
spill that salty tea.
I had
take a deep breath.
someone at tech support telling me that clearly I don't know what a VPN is, and I just wanted to smack her upside her head.
Fucking what?
Yeah.
First of all, everyone knows what a VPN is. Thank you, YouTubers.
And also, if you're talking about something specific to the software that is different than our VPN that we use to connect to all of our outside offices, then you have to tell me specifically what it is that you mean. Because if you just tell me to check to see that my VPN is up, I will call the other office, say, "You running?" They'll say, "Yep. Yeah, our VPN is just fine, thank you." If you were talking something very software specific, you have to give me those words. You can't just say, "Check your VPN." I did. It's fine. It's not the problem. It's not what's running.
A bunch of dicks.
And then she wanted to make me get the outside IT guys in with their outside IT and have someone reset something, and I got angry and I walked away and had lunch. And I came back and then I sent an email saying, "Okay, what specifically are you talking about?" And the other IT guy emailed me back and said, "Oh, I thought you already reset it. It's working now." I'm like, it wasn't even something on my end then.
She needs to eat a bag of dicks.
She's going on the list is what's happening.
I mean,
Which list?
They sell those. You can just buy a bag of dick gummies and send them to
should
people.
just send a bag to them. Oh, that would be...
No. What you need to send is a glitter bomb. Because that shit don't come out.
Yeah, we're talking about just giving people dicks, not herpes.
I almost spat my throat drop. How dare you?
But no, I have a list on my whiteboard at work. And she's going to have the honor of being the first woman on the list.
Oh, someone who's been mansplaining to you?
It is the list of people who tell me that I don't know what I'm doing and proceed to do it wrong, and it doesn't work, and then go back and do what I did, and it turns out that I was right after all.
Well, you know what the best use of that list is? People who die horribly in your various stories.
Oh yeah. I have a great list of names of people to get hit by buses and
sacrificed to cults.
Oh yeah. Oh, and you may end up with some NPCs with some really human sounding names. Can't imagine why.
When we put out the call, which actually, no, we won't need to do that for a while, not until after the new year.
Oh yes, I have names.
Did we get one from you? I don't remember. Did we get one from you? Anyway,
Jake. Yes.
Yes. It's been a minute.
Yes. Jake's several seasons ago now. He was
I had to look at the list again.
The big
spider. We set out another call for season 9 to or you're not in that group anymore.
I don't know which, because you switched some levels stuff around and I don't remember which level I'm at now.
That'll do it. That's probably what it is.
I'm just happy that I was an intern.
That was a
fun.
joy. That was so much fun to edit. Like, Dan kept apologizing and for the length of it, and I was like, "You don't understand." Nick was sitting in this chair. I was sitting just over there, with my headphones on and my video off, specifically because I was cackling so hard that I didn't want to distract you guys.
It was so much fun. Oh,
I enjoy things like that because, like, of all the work you do for us here, running the game and everything, it's so fun to hear you as a player.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having fun with the games I'm playing, and my Monday,
I'm glad.
my Sunday night game. I keep calling it my Monday night game. We used to be on Mondays. We switched to Sundays. But I get to play a young, not so smart girl, and it's fun being less brain and more brawn.
That's awesome.
I have no brawn in real life.
Man, that's what I wanted Izza to be when we did season 2 of Chaos Agents. I just wanted to be the not dumb necessarily, but the 17-year-old sorcerer.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't get to do that because it was wrong character for the wrong group.
That happens sometimes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It does, and no one's entire fault. It was just a mismatch of expectations, and that's fine.
Well, I think that might be it for us for tonight, because we're way past the knitting part of the evening.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But I do have house guests upstairs that I would like to hang out with a bit.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
After we've embarrassed
is
Mom,
fun.
I'll go up and have to talk to her in person. It'll be fine.
Have to go see her in person.
Both of you get to blush bright red in person.
Yeah, it'll be fine. At least my dad's not watching the show.
Yeah, so he'll look at both of you and go, "What the hell's wrong with you two?"
I'm still waiting for him to walk past and see my calendar. But that's fine.
Oh, fish heads?
Yeah. Anyway.
Yep.
All right, so we are knitting through the rest of October, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Life is lifing this month with all of us. And so for the rest of the month, which is only one more episode, I think, we're going to be Knits and Knits. And then come November, we're going to try a little bit harder to figure out our schedules and get some more crits in with our knits.
Yeah.
And we've
Exciting
got
times.
some fun stuff coming up with that. So
Although we will be descended into holidays at that point, so
yes.
don't hold your breath. You might go blue.
Yeah, we're going to see what we can do. But we are still sort of in our epilogue period where we have wrapped up the main campaign. And now we're just, tying up some loose ends, tidying things up.
We're weaving in the ends.
Possibly murdering a young student again.
It might happen. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I have a bad feeling he's going to end up with Assault, and that just makes me that just makes Assault go, "Oh man!" Don't set the child on fire. Do not set the child on fire.
But we will be back in 2 weeks' time for more Knits and Knits. I will have, I'm sure, more socks on the needles. Maybe I'll even have some off. I don't know. And
Probably.
Yeah. But until next time, happy knitting, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.
Bye.